It is what it is.
Oh.
I'll be quick with this, love. Oh, ooh, you're okay?
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
So, now that people are falling and hope all is well, it is what it is. Didn't sleep a wink last night. Couldn't. Too humid, too hot. I'm not going to sleep if I'm hot. There's no way I'm going to be able to sleep if I'm hot. I knew it. You know, not only that, I'm still in this flare period. So I'm like constantly peeing. Oh, it's so awful. Overactive bladder is a horrible thing when you have a flare-up, let me just tell you. No AC. No, we're in Pennsylvania. Only rich people have ACs. There's no AC. There's just the ceiling fan. And how the humidity is right now, it's not really doing much work. And I'm in this constant state of being a nudist because clothes are the devil. They're the devil. You know what also is the devil? Not having cigarettes. Because your dumbass chose food over cigarettes. Whatever. I can't live without food, but I can live without cigarettes, but those who know fucking know. I'm having a flare of every condition. I have endometriosis, my palmagia, my migraines, my IBS, all of it. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's all over on me, too. The bladder thing is the most irritating because it's like poor Jason was trying to sleep and I was constantly getting up to take a pee. And he's like, God, you're peeing again?
Baby. You peed a lot.
I did.
Baby. Sorry.
Like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All you can do is laugh at this stuff. And my cognitive abilities have been so bad that I've been pissing people off who I care about on Instagram just by simply doing a bunch of freaking typos and my brain not communicating that. I don't know how to explain it, but it is what it is. You know, and I noticed something. And this is for me as well. Okay, people who put out social media, everyone is up in arms, man. They're all on this like defensive pattern, thinking that someone tries to say something to them and it's like an offense, a great offense toward them, and it's like you're just trying to be nice. Like, okay, this one girl I view did the sugar skull face, right? And I said, isn't this a little too soon to do the sugar skull? And she said, no, it's mine, so I'm going to do it. And I was like, okay, so it's like Christmas in July, something like that. And and then she goes on saying how she gonna block me. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, no offense, Make. I love your content. I just was curious about the culture because I love the Day of the Dead. I think it's a beautiful holiday.
You get your ass blocked?
No, we made up, which was good.
Okay, that's good.
But today I've just been dealing with this thing where I say something the wrong way that I didn't intend at all.
Right.
And they took it in a bad way. And I've been constantly defending myself, being like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
I hate when that happens.
And you know, they're liking my comments, so I know they're not like hating on me and stuff, but it's like, I hate when that happens. I do that too to some people. They ask like a legitimate question, and I take all offense on the question when the person was just being just curious.
It can happen. Yeah. It
can happen. It's just like,
usually happens with people that have been bullied online.
That's what I noticed. That's why I didn't go hard on them, because I put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, they're probably saying that and being defensive because they've been fucked with.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, I understand that because I get fucked with too.
Right.
So I'm gonna give them like leeway for that, and I think a lot of people need to give the people who put out social media leeway over some things, because they're going through a lot. It's not easy to do social media, especially when you get bigger, more people notice you, and then you get this barrage of haters, and everyone who on social media goes through this. You get so many haters and people lying about you and people making shit up and assuming shit and taking things out of context and putting things in context with another thing that makes no fucking sense, but they saw it in one video, so they figured it has to be the same timeline. Shit like that.
That nonsense.
You go through that shit every day if you're a content creator.
And have haters.
Yeah.
Most do.
Most do.
Some kind of hater, yeah.
Most do. But I think what's happening is the Lord is teaching me to be more patient with people and not be as with people for asking me simple questions. Unless it's personal or about my sons. If it's about my sons, I'm just going to block you. I don't care.
Yeah, that's weird.
My sons are none of your business. And that's very pedo. Just saying. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Anyway, ew on you people for wanting to get in a person's child's business.
That's real weird.
Ew on you.
That's super weird.
Freaks. That's what you are. Freaks. But yet you're probably proud of being a freak. Knowing how fucking freaks are. They're proud about being a freak. Yeah, I am a freak. I do freaky things. I don't give a fuck. I'll just do whatever my dick tells me to do. Yeah, I know.
Go to jail.
I know.
Go to jail, sir.
Yeah, and then I'm on this freaking random woman's page. Or no, it wasn't a random woman. It was just a random post, right? And apparently this girl is getting paid $150 to sit on some guy's lap and do their hair, do a haircut on them. For $150, she sits on your lap and gives you a haircut.
That's awesome.
Well, a dude in the comments,
That's awesome.
He said, if she was doing that to me, I would just pull the panties under her.
Yeah, that's rape.
And that's exactly what I said. I said, did you just admit you sexually assault the woman?
Yeah.
Dude, you paid for a haircut.
Yeah. Maybe if you're paying $200 300.
No.
No.
No. If she doesn't consent, no.
The guy admitted that he's a sexual assaulter.
Yeah. So there's that. I've noticed that today.
He admitted that in front of everybody.
Oh. Good news, by the way. Waffle House decided to raise their minimum wage to $3 an hour. So, you know, people are going to get fat and rich over that. $3 an hour because tips. Why the hell? It's so wrong for companies, in my opinion, to charge less because tips are involved. Tips are voluntary.
To pay you less because of tips, yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
What if a bunch of people don't tip anymore, but yet you're still claiming that shit and you're being paid $3 an hour? I've never worked for fucking Waffle House or any restaurant who does that bullshit. That's taking advantage of the people, period.
I agree.
You don't give a fuck about your workers. You just care about this. Fuck you. I ain't supporting your company.
Mm-hmm. Their food's never that great anyway.
Yeah, Waffle House, their food really sucked.
Pretty bad.
But if I find out that a company is doing that to their workers, I ain't supporting them.
Amen.
Mm-mm.
That company is making maximum profit.
Yeah.
Maximum profit.
Maximum profit.
Their prices are
and they're
cheap.
dependent on their customers to fill that gap in.
Go to hell.
Right?
Go to hell. Nobody has money to tip like that no more.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Pay your worker.
Oh.
Nuts.
Anthony Blinken, we know he's bullshitting, but like he's saying, and now Netanyahu is saying, so I know this is fucking bland, that they're not giving the 2,000 bombs over to Israel. I know that's bullshit. You know why? Because I've seen so many videos of those 2,000 bombs going down on settlements. You're full of shit. They're trying to trick you. They're trying to quiet down the noise. We'll just tell them that the bombs aren't happening anymore.
Yeah.
We'll just tell them this. We got to control our sheep. Our sheep need to be controlled. They're mad at us. They think we're evil. That's because you are.
They're going bad. They are very angry at this.
The sheep are narking on your asses right now, and you don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Because the sheep ain't going to stop narking on your asses.
Oh. That's great.
Okay? The sheep governments of the world don't like you no more. We see the evil that you create. Okay, governments of the world, the sheep knows. Bah! Of course, the government knows that I've known for over 20 years now what their fuck shit's been up to. I watched Mythbusters religiously. There is no way in hell you can tell me that aviation fuel goes boom, just like C4. Aviation fuel, when it burns, is a slight sizzling burn. It's not an explosion. The fuel doesn't explode. But those people from years back, on that day in September, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean, because we'll never forget. If you see the video, you first see the vehicle impacting into the building, and there's a big explosion that happened. That is called movie effects, what you saw. That's called C4. I learned that from Mythbusters, how those explosions look like. I learned from Mythbusters how an airplane looks when it hits contact and it has full fuel. It burns. It doesn't explode. Planes and cars do not explode on impact. That's movie effects. And a steel reinforced building with 4 sides taken up deep within the structure.
Strong members.
Strong members.
Absolutely.
There'd be no way there could be a pancake effect.
No way.
Because I beg you to do a little experiment. You take some bricks, right? And you line the bricks in 4 corners, okay? And just put a plate on top of that. And then put the bricks on top of the plate, and then add another plate and another brick and another plate and another brick. Now, the next thing I want you to do is take some kind of hard metal object and just right at the side, try to nick it. And see what happens, what the structure will do. If you know physics, you would know that a structure like that is designed purposely not to have a pancake effect if something hits it. I don't think I have to explain anything else.
No, you don't.
The government knows I know this. They've shown up to my house plenty of times for it because I blurted it out on the internet. Now I don't give a fuck because I see so many people talking about 9/11.
Yeah, and they're talking about other things too that got us banned, and it's ridiculous. No.
See, my dad was an engineer. I learned from him, and I learned from my mother. I learned what they worked at and observed how they worked because I honored my parents because the Bible told me to.
Amen.
So because my dad was an engineer, I had a lot of books around the house dealing with engineer stuff. I was just a little girl, and I just look at the books for my own amusement. Engineering books, physics books, you know, smart people stuff.
I love it. That's awesome.
I was a 7-year-old, and I could take a part of a VHS, or not a VHS, a VCR, and put it back together. At 7, I knew I had knowledge to take a VCR apart and put it back together.
Incredible.
Just by looking at the parts. I knew, just by seeing the pattern.
It's incredible.
So, I have a natural ability to evaluate physics and mechanics, how things work. I see patterns. He knows that.
Oh, yeah.
I see a pattern, and I can put it in my head and then redo that pattern exactly how they did it. That's quite a mind. So, since I know patterns, since I know physics, since I know mechanics, I'm labeled as a threat. Since I'm a daughter of a government official. And also very outspoken on the internet. They know. I have a file on me. I'd love to see how thick my file is, actually.
Well,
you have a file too.
Yeah, but we haven't done anything that they would consider like extremism.
No.
We're just like truthers.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they view as a threat for the most part. Yet.
Oh, I know patterns. I rebuild excavator and bulldozer engines. That's awesome.
That's like Tyler shit.
That's awesome, Matt.
Tyler tube stuff.
That's the shit. You know what? I guarantee if I was next to you, I'd be that girl. I am that girl that look in the engine with you and get her hands all greasy. I am that chick. I've fixed radiators. I've fixed serpentine belts. I've changed the tire. I've changed the light bulb fluid for
the light bulb fluid.
That's a joke.
That's good. I like
that's an engineering mechanic joke.
I like that.
For women.
That's fucking hilarious.
I love going to the mechanics and these guys, they look at me and they assume I know shit. Just, I'm stupid. And then I go and talk about the mechanics they're doing to my car and they recognize, oh shit, we can't sell her bullshit. We can't do this old mechanic bullshit we like to do. No, you can't with me. Because I do my research. Do I have steady hands? Yeah, I do, actually. Please tack the piezoelectric discs in this injector for me. I'm sure I'll be able to do it. I'm a pretty fast learner. It's called blinker fluid. Hey, we all know we need to change our blinker fluid, man. Anyway. Anyway. I just recognize that we're living in a world full of lies. And when you're living in a world full of lies, you end up questioning things and ending up questioning people. Like I've talked about like this little tiny select part in my generational pool. Technically, I'm a millennial, but I feel and understand more of a Gen Xer. You know, I did drink the hose water because mom wouldn't let me in the house. Probably because they were fucking smoking pot.
Probably.
I think that's what it was.
Probably.
Why they didn't let us in the fucking house is all our parents were smoking fucking pot. That's what I think. I damn well know my parents were smoking pot. I remember this one time. I was over my cousin, Darlene's. And me and my cousins that were my age, you know, my cousin Darlene, she's my second cousin technically, but she's my mom's age. She's in her 60s. But we went to her house and we were staying over the night. But none of the parents allowed us in the house that night. Like, they banned us from in the house at night. They banned us. So we were stuck sleeping in the tents with my boy cousins. And my sister ended up making out with one of my cousins. Ugh. And my other cousin got handsy with me. Like, what was my parents trying to do exactly? I don't know. But they wouldn't allow us in the house all night. I think it's because they were smoking pot. Not allowed in the house at night, in the woods, with crazy-ass mountain people, in the woods of Appalachian Mountains, in North Carolina. God knows what they were doing that night. But they, like, we couldn't even pee. We couldn't even go inside the house to pee. Like, they banned us from the house completely. So I did live that life. You know, but that little select part, the one thing that takes me away from the Gen Xers is my generation was the gamer generation, the Nintendo generation, the generation of Dennis Miller and Bill Maher, a generation where we very much never trusted the government because we saw what Reagan did, we saw what Bush did, we saw what Clinton did, we saw what the other Bush did. All we saw our whole lives was this made up warfare for these false reasons, and we knew what the real reasons was. Our whole life, my little like sect of generation, which I would say probably like 1982 to like 1986, like a small fraction. But we grew up and we saw all these things happening. And we grew up knowing that our government is bullshit. And then these other generations came in, and when Obama became president, this other half of the millennial generation, they pretty much started worshiping the government because Obama was black and he freed us all and all this other bullshit. But I voted for Obama the first time, let me just say that. But he did something. He broke his promise of closing down Gitmo. And because I had so much compassion and empathy for the men of Gitmo, I knew in my young mind that this was illegal and this was completely un-American to do to people. Okay? These men have been going, what now, 20-something years, almost 25 years, being in Gitmo with absolutely no trial. And if they did what the government claimed they did, I've seen women cry out for the men in Gitmo, saying they're innocent. They didn't do this. He was just a farmer. And the little activist in me, because I've always been an activist, I saw that. My heart broke. I knew what the American people were doing was wrong in Gitmo. And I saw that. I witnessed it. And I saw the pain of the other side. It's unjust. The men in Gitmo should be free. I don't care if the government labels them a terrorist or not. They were not given due justice.
Due process.
Or due process, thank you.
You're welcome.
They were not given due process, which every human being deserves is due process. They were swinging, keeping it in the family? Probably.
Incest swinging.
I don't know what my family was on, but
and
they were up
trying to get you guys to do it too.
Well, yeah, I got felt up by my cousin.
There you go.
And I was only 13. I didn't want to do anything like that. I was still playing with Barbies.
They were trying to get you into that.
I think so.
They putting you in a tent with 2 boy cousins and with you and your sister? No.
Forced us to be outside all night.
They were trying to get you into it. I'll be right back.
Ew.
That's real gross, hon.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of messed up things with them. Praise God, I'm separated from them. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Stop. Ugh. Mike, stop. No. I'm not going there, dude. Oh. I've always had a natural moral code to me. You know, I just naturally have this what's right and wrong system. Doing things with a family member is just icky and gross and wrong. No. That goes against my moral code. I will not break my moral code, and I never have broke my moral code. Like anyone who actually gets to know me, which is very few people, they know I have a code. And I will not break my code. That's one of them. Another part of my moral code, I will not cheat. I will not cheat. When I say I'm not that type of girl, I mean it. Another thing in my moral code is I refuse, and I know my haters are going to be laughing about this because they have to justify their lies, but I choose not to lie. I choose not to fight. I choose to be meek. I choose to be without violence. It's in my code. Have I been perfect with that? No. Because I had trauma and I had to go to therapy. Do I like trauma? No. No one likes trauma. I've been extensively traumatized in my life. And I mean traumatized. You know, I'm traumatized to the point of I honestly, I don't have any in real life friends. And I barely have any online friends. I'm not a good online friend, I'll be honest. I'm not. I'm terrible. And it's not because I'm a bad person why I'm bad at communicating with people online. It's because I have so much trauma, it's hard for me to communicate to other people now. I've been backstabbed by so many people that it's hard for me to trust anyone. Oh, praise that man.
I love him. It's the best.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, amen.
God, he's a beautiful man.
He is wonderful. Just pray for his health, you know.
Oh, I pray for everything with him.
He's going on like the 28th to find out what's going on with him, so.
Are they going to tell him, or are they going to give him a fucking pony show like they did with me?
He's not a rich man.
Okay, they're going to give him a pony show. They're probably going to, yeah, exactly.
You know what he said to me when he told me about going to see about it? He said, I'm going to see about it on the 28th, and then they're going to say, I'm going to say, well, what's wrong with me? And they're going to say, we don't know. And then I'll go back and say, what's wrong with me? And they'll say, we're not sure.
Oh, my God, that's what they do to me.
Yeah, exactly. They're killing people. Deliberately. Because they're on Medicaid. He's on Medicaid, guaranteed. You don't have good health insurance.
Shame on you nurses and doctors in America. You're going against your Hippocratic oath.
Sarah Palin was correct.
Sarah Palin is absolutely correct.
She was definitely correct. Okay? It's just true. But Obamacare did some good things because it did get people insurance, so.
I wish I could get my teeth fixed.
Yeah, I know.
They're terrible.
That really
if this doesn't prove that I have a vitamin deficiency, I don't know what else is proof enough.
Yeah.
Of course, the idiots online will be like, oh, she's a meth head. And I'd be like, prove it.
Okay. Yeah.
Prove it.
Where?
I have no qualities of meth face.
No.
No qualities of meth face. None. My teeth are fucked up, but it's because I found out I have a fucking vitamin D deficiency.
Well, what the fuck is this litmus test for doing drugs? That your teeth are fucked up, so you do drugs? No.
Yeah.
Some people's teeth
I've
are
gotten
just
that
fucked up.
before by dentist assistants. I'm like, ma'am?
Wow, that's real rude.
I don't do meth. Who the fuck do you think you are?
That's real rude.
Yeah, I should have
fired.
I should have complained and got her ass fired for that. Don't fucking assume someone's doing meth because their teeth is fucked up. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
Mine were bad because of having kids. Hi, Andre. How are you, dear? Yeah. I've had 2 sons. They ruined my body. Not intentionally, of course. It's just the pregnancies ruined my body. In a lot of ways.
You really enjoyed the McDonald's, by the way.
Oh, bless his heart.
You really did.
Yeah, thank you for sending McDonald's, weirdo. We gave it to someone who actually enjoyed the food.
You really did. So grateful.
So. I have bad teeth. People always call me a tweaker. Mine are bad from cancer. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I understand loss. When you puke for 9 months straight, all the time, it messes up your teeth. Why didn't they put you on Phenegrin or some kind of like medicine that would stop you from being nauseated? That's what they gave me when I was pregnant, is Phenegrin. So I wasn't puking all the time.
Man.
Because I literally, every time they gave me that orange drink to test if I had gestational diabetes, I would vomit in front of the doctors.
My poor girl.
No, the babies, they did not like that stuff.
That's horrible.
Oh, it was awful. I was puking and peeing myself at the same time. Because William, he loved to press his leg on my bladder at all times.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. I had no bladder control after I had him. None.
Wow. Wow.
And it's never gone back after that. It's always been very weak since then.
Wow.
They tried all kinds of things, ended up having her 6 weeks early as my organs were shunted. Oh, bless your heart. Nothing worked with my youngest. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, screw the ignorant people. Trying to assume that you're up to no good because of some physicality.
Yeah, malady. Like, you're just assuming something because of a malady that someone has. That's
fucked up teeth can be more than just meth, guys. I think my audience has proven it to you.
Jesus.
I wouldn't be as clear-minded as I am if I was doing meth, too.
Yeah.
My mother said I made her have the strangest food cravings. She ate pickles with peanut butter on them, and that sounds so gross. Yeah, my mom did the pickle and peanut butter thing when she was pregnant with my brothers. I didn't have that craving. Instead, I had an egg roll and applesauce craving. That was my weirdest craving.
My mom had fish cravings, and she hated fish. She ate no types of fish. She wanted tuna and salmon, like, all the time. That's me. That was me. I want tuna and salmon.
Yep, people always just assume drugs because of bad teeth. Like, yes, other things cause that, too.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a malnutrition problem. Because I can't eat the way I should be eating. I can't afford having the nice salads. Vegetables are so expensive. Same with meat. You know what I've been living on? Because it's been cheap.
Yeah.
Cucumbers. I've been living on cucumbers. 70 cents for a cucumber. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. And the cheapest bread, which turns out to be Italian white loaf.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's good.
That still was like $3.
I know, but that's the cheapest. Pretty much. When it comes to bread now. 2 for $1.
I just wanted turkey sub with tons of jalapenos and olives. XM, how's your ton?
Jesus Christ.
He said, how's your moles?
Oh. That shit.
With my oldest, my youngest, I just elated to keep anything down. Oh my God.
You know, I love it. Every once in a while you get like fucking TJ Kirk and it's awesome.
What, when I get feisty?
Yeah. He was like that with, hey TJ, how's the small dick doing today? Well, I don't know. How's your mother's asshole feeling after I fucked her? God, I love that shit. I'm sorry.
Moles, I say beauty marks.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they are.
This is my natural bindi.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sacred this is in Hindu?
It is. Priestess, divine priestess, yeah, divine priestess. That's what it means.
I go to India, I'm telling you, I'd be worshipped.
Yeah.
I already see how they look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying that just, oh, she's around a lot of Indians. There's literally a Hindu temple right next to us.
Right behind us.
Right behind us. Right directly behind us.
That's correct. Yep. Used to be my grandma and mom's Baptist church. Now it's a Hindu temple.
Hey, they're cool people.
They are.
They don't do any harm to me.
No, they have parties and they sing and it's beautiful. Every once in a while you hear the women singing in there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's awesome. It's really cool.
Bro, H Mart come in clutch a pound bag of chicken legs for $8. Yeah, I just don't want to eat chicken.
Ugh, I hate those chicken pieces that come from markets.
It's not halal.
The flavor and the way it cooks, it's like stringy meat and it's like fatty, stringy meat. Oh, no. I don't want.
I'm never going back to store-bought chicken.
That's really gross.
If I have a chicken, it's going to be halal.
Yeah, we could go to the place and say, hey, could you, like, a chicken for us? Because we love your meat, you know? Could you prepare a chicken for us? They would. They would.
Yeah, I guarantee they'd prepare a chicken for us.
They would. Yeah.
But no, I'm never going back. I taste the blessed meat, and I was like, that is some holy meat, and I felt the blessing.
Me too. 100%.
Mm-mm.
I felt the same way, though, if I ate something that was a kosher meat at a kosher delicatessen.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the same way, very blessed by it. Like, wow, this is food.
I bought a 20-pound bag of rice from H Mart for $15. Yeah, dude, you can. Rice is cheap, but you gotta be careful with some rices because a lot of them are GMOs.
Oh, the cheap rice is like all GMO.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
You have to get like the stuff that you like, the Carolina rice. That's good brand.
The Carolina rice. I also like basmati rice.
Yeah. Well, that's a type of rice.
Jasmine rice. Jasmine's my favorite of rice kernel.
Oh, yeah.
Jasmine's I love the floralness to it.
I love the Indian rice, the way they bring it to the table. It's got like carrots and peas in it, and it's got saffron in it. Oh, Indian food, man. Oh, I love it.
I want to try their street food. It looks bomb. Like the potatoes cooked in the sand.
God, not the Papa Meat stuff.
No, not the people putting feet on their shit. No. Or like spitting on their food. No. I mean like the potatoes cooked in the sand.
That looks awesome. Yeah, I want to try that.
Or those like chips that are like boiled in the oil and they puff up. Whatever they are. They look awesome and colorful and glorious.
Chapati. I think they call that chapati.
H Mart has a halal section. Oh, cool. I honestly could give a shit about GMOs when I'm hungry. I need some sort of sustenance. Yeah, but when I have GMOs, I don't feel sustained. I feel sick. It's an unnatural feeling.
When you've been forced to fast like we have so much, your body starts rejecting all of it. Like the GMO stuff, forget it. If you fasted enough, your body is going to say, hey, what are you putting in me? And then your stomach feels like lead for 3 days, depending on what you had.
Yep.
So,
like I exnate all fast food.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Prepackaged food, I just won't eat anymore. Which is good. It's good. You know,
we'll still get at restaurants that are like local restaurants.
Yeah, local restaurants that are ethical.
Well, that's pretty much all of them. The ones that aren't taken up by big corporations are just nice people.
Yeah, just mom and pop shops. Yeah. I like that.
And there's lots of them here. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about it because everything's like family owned.
A lot of things are, yeah. Yep.
I can't have saffron because I'm hella allergic to it. Oh my God. Sucks. I'm so sorry. Hi, Becca. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, saffron is delicious. I love that shit.
Oh.
It's bougie as shit, of course, but...
I like saffron and I like rose water.
Oh, yeah.
Rose water is lovely.
If you got from that Indian place and you got those little balls...
You guys haven't gotten any more troll deliveries of that poison, right? No.
No, thank God. No. I do, however, have a freezer full of burgers. So if the apocalypse happens and people come here, they're getting heated up frozen McDonald's hamburger. It's better than nothing.
I guess so.
It's better than nothing.
The cats won't eat it.
Humans will, though, when they're
starving. I'm existing, Becca. I'm here in the hellish hot, humid weather. with no AC.
It's
And
rough out there.
I believe it.
It's not pass out weather, but it's pretty hot.
That's why I can't eat Chipotle. I can't feel my mouth or throat for hours. I don't eat Chipotle because it tastes like cardboard.
Oh, they're rice.
It's the worst Mexican style food I have ever had.
Worst.
Okay.
Bottom.
But then again, I'm a spoiled bitch. I actually enjoy going to authentic Mexican restaurants that are family owned.
Where it's at.
Because they're the best cooking.
Oh. Remember that place in Colorado with the old ladies in the back making the tortillas?
Oh, that was...
The old Mexican ladies? It was great.
Yes.
That was phenomenal food.
Okay. 1 minute, guys. I have to take a pee. I told you, my bladder just won't contain itself.
Cool.
I'll be right back.